Well, what I wanted to focus on today was primarily the discussion of protein powder supplements. Those are probably some of the most popular as well as most well-researched nutritional supplements in terms of any type of exercise performance. There's certainly many others that we can talk about, and we have time plugged in for Q&A. So creatine, I know, was one that Kenny, I know you sent an email about that. Branched chain amino acids, all those different things, energy drinks, pre-post workout supplements, things like that. So we can certainly cover those in Q&A time. But right now I want to specifically look at protein powders. Three primary ones would be whey, casein, and soy proteins. So whey protein is a milk-based supplement. Casein also comes out of the milk and has some egg. And then soy, of course, is a plant derivative. So those are three of the primary types. Benefits of utilizing a supplement for protein is obviously it's a convenient source. A lot of times, especially if you are in the process of looking for weight loss, as you begin to restrict calories, a lot of times you're going to also be restricting protein intake, and we don't want to minimize our protein intake. A benefit of maintaining a high intake of protein in a weight loss mode is it helps preserve lean tissue. It also helps maintain satiety, so it keeps you full longer. So when we are restricting calories, we're putting less in the system, and it's going to tend to get hungry sooner unless we balanced out our intake with some protein. So again, it's a very convenient source on that. Another thing about protein intake too is it does help slow the processing of carbohydrate intake. So when you pair it with your carbs, again, especially those that are insulin resistant, it helps buffer the speed with which your body is trying to process and utilize it, and can help minimize those insulin spikes. So it is a great source. It's convenient. Obviously, again, restricting calories. It helps aid in the fat loss aspect and preserve that lean tissue. We don't want to lose lean tissue because that's the healthy stuff. That's the metabolically active stuff. That's what supports all of our bones and our joints. So we want to spare that lean tissue and try and target fat loss when we are in a weight loss mode. The total dietary intake, so not supplement based, but overall, your entire intake for a day should fall somewhere between 0.6 to 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. That's it. So for a 165-pound person, it's about 100 grams of protein on the low end and about 135 grams of protein on the upper end per day. And that's about an average body weight for most adults, male and female. Splits the difference in there. So we don't want to obviously use a supplement to be that entire amount. It's a supplement, so in addition to, not in place of. So be aware of how much you're ingesting if you're using the supplement. Side effects. It is considered generally safe for your consumption. Most people don't have any issues with using a protein supplement. Obviously, we want to precaution you if you have any food allergies. Again, a whey supplement is milk-based, so if you have any milk allergies, whey may not be the way to go. Pardon the pun. Couldn't resist. So you might want to consider more of a vegetable-based supplement in that case. Again, serving directions, really want to make sure you follow that. Again, more is not better. Usually 1 to 2 scoops a day is really all that you need per day. Preferably surrounding your workout times on days that you're exercising as either a pre or a post workout. One of the strategies that I'll typically use is I will maybe use 1 scoop on the front end about an hour before my workout to kind of top off my amino acid stores. And then my post-workout, again, I'm going to mix up a shake, just 1 scoop. There's my 2 scoops on the front and on the back end, so that I'm maintaining the ability to recover from the exercise session. Protein is beneficial for recovery, not just from a resistance training session, but also from any cardiac training sessions. So pairing it with carbohydrate is important to recover from your exercise sessions. Again, make sure that you're not doing anything that's going to irritate any food allergies. They also have other vegetable-based supplements, hemp and rice proteins or other vegetable-based proteins that are available. Again, that website that we mentioned earlier is a great resource for finding any vegetable-based supplements. Again, it's great for helping maintain the fullness aspect as well. So really minimal side effects unless you have food allergies. They're generally safe for you to use. Again, in terms of our recommendations, we want you to primarily focus on getting your protein from whole food sources. Things like poultry, things like fish, lean cuts of red meat, vegetables, again, beans, nuts, those are going to have protein in them as well. So try and get mostly from whole foods. Again, Shannon's a great resource, and she's going to really cover that exclusively in her Lunch and Learn next time around. And again, use it as a supplement in addition to. In terms of a strategy for using it post-workout, a shake's a great way to use it. We want a ratio of 2 to 1 on your carbohydrate to protein. So the average protein supplement is usually around 20 grams of protein. we would want to have no more than 40 grams of carbohydrate paired with that 20 grams of protein for a post-workout recovery beverage. You could also take it in a bar form. It comes in a lot of different forms. There are the ready-to-drink options as well if you don't want to have to mix it up. Those can be real convenient if you're on the go. Just keep it available, shake it up before you open it, and then chug away. So it is a great post-workout option. Again, it can be a quick on-the-go meal replacement option for you. Real quick and easy to mix up a smoothie. One of my go-tos in the morning if I'm in a rush is I'm going to take some orange juice and I'm going to take my vanilla whey, mix it together, and it's like an orange creamsicle. If you like push-up pops, loved push-up pops as a kid, loved them. So that's one of the ways I do it. But yeah, a lot of different ways. There's lots of recipes that you can have. Again, Shannon's got a lot of resources through Berkeley in terms of how to make healthy smoothie options. If you like some additional options, I know Nicole didn't sound too thrilled with the orange creamsicle option, but again, it's a great on-the-go option. And again, I think a lot of people get into the mode that, okay, if I'm going to be exercising heavily again, I've got to get more and more and more protein so that I'm making sure I'm preserving my lean tissue. Anything above 0.9 grams per pound of body weight is really shown to be no more beneficial than that 0.6 to 0.8. So we don't want to overload the kidneys, don't want to overload the liver to process and filter all the additional protein. So again, use that ratio to help identify what's most appropriate. Interesting note here, again, talking about whole foods, low-fat chocolate milk has actually been shown through research to be just as good, if not better, than a protein supplement to recover from a workout. It has an ideal ratio of carbohydrate to protein. So that doesn't mean that you can drink chocolate milk all the time. It means post-workout, that's a great, tasty option. Who doesn't like chocolate milk? So
Keisha doesn't.
Okay, well, chocolate soy milk, chocolate regular milk, those are some options. And again, obviously they are much less expensive to mix up a batch of chocolate milk than it is to buy a $40 or $50 2-pound jug of protein powder. So again, great option for us.